Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So today I thought I would do a different type of video today from my normal either game uploads or upload streams. Um, I wanted to do a video on Warhammer miniatures. In particular, I collect and build Tyranids. And when I was looking into certain videos on it, didn't see a lot of videos on the subject, so thought I would just record a video a project I was working on, upload it, see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments of if this is a type of video that you'd like to see more of. But so this is a Tyrannofex I've been working on. So he's largely built. I started some shading on the sides. He's not quite ready, but I wanted to do a video on how I magnetize this thing, because with my granted, for how expensive these models are, it's really important, in my opinion, to get the most bang for your buck, and just being able to have your models be very versatile. And so this Tyrannofex model kit comes with two versions of the model, two different loadouts of a Tyrannofex or a Tervigon. So largely what I did here was simply just get it to a point where this is the base model, and then I can add on the extras based on what I want to use it for. So what I did, as you can see, the legs are put on, the tail's put on, the body's put together. All that is basic. It's to the model kit itself. This is going to be your base setup. But the things that are interchangeable, that what changes it from the Tyrannofex to the Tervigon, is its gun loadout, its head, and its baby maker for the Tervigon. So, if I can't get the light source particularly well. So there you can see I put a magnet right in the middle for the interchangeable heads. And I used a 10 millimeter magnet, and that's right there. And that allows me to interchange the Tyrannofex head, or I'll slide this back, or the Tervigon head. So we've got the Tervigon head, and we've got the Tyrannofex head. They also have magnets on the back. Same one, the 10 millimeter. And what I did was drilled a hole in the back, put some putty around it, slid the magnet in, glued it. Seems to work pretty well. Same thing back here, drilled, green stuff, magnet. For those that have magnetized something before, you're probably pretty familiar with the tactic. But now, what I can do is I can just slide that head right on. The heavy magnet keeps it still pretty good. I could take that off, throw on the Tyrannofex, snaps in. It's not loose. And get better light. That's about as good as we're gonna get it. So yeah, that's what I did with the head. And then the next part was the arms. Actually, let's do the body. So with the Tyrannofex, its body, you see these little plugs on the side. That is for little claws. Little claws, as you can see, that, oh my goodness, that are very similar to like the claws on the Tervigon's head, but they go in those little holes. The difference between that and the Tervigon is the Tervigon has this little baby sac, and as you can see, the sac is basically opening, and there are some Tervigons coming out of it. So how I magnetized this, which was a pain in the butt, took me some trial and error to figure it out. Oh, focus, come on. This light is not cooperating either. Oh my goodness. Let's try to do it from the top down. But as you can see, there are magnets at the bottom of the belly. And I tried a couple times just to put some magnets on, get it to line up, but they never lined up in a perfect way. So, and even what I've got right now is not perfect, but it does the job. So what I did was I put this together, and then I put the magnets in. So once I had this together, and as flush as I could make it, I put some glue in, threw the magnets down. Once the magnets were well dried, I then just put green stuff around them. And that seems to hold it together pretty well. It's not loose. Even if I just hold one side and give it a shake, it's not coming loose. And then that will slide right onto this guy's side, like so. Same thing. It's not coming loose. I can give it a little shake, little earthquake test. Yep, it's holding on. It's huddling. And then, if I'm like, yeah, no Tervigon today, just take it right off. Back to the Tyrannofex. And that was actually the most difficult part of the magnetization, just trying to get that thing to stick, get the magnets to hold. A lot of those magnets were breaking off on me when I was attempting to get it nice and secured. But apart from that, then these little arm bits, pretty easy. So I just put little, I think these are 4mm. Okay, get out of here. Must have struggled to focus. But I did that on both of these so that they can slide on like so and like so. Voila. So I got the sighting talons. Then we've got your Dungeness crab claws. Same thing. Same magnet. Like the 4mm. It might be 5mm. I'm not quite sure. Got those on. They hold pretty good too. You know, they wiggle a little bit, but largely stay where I tell them to be. And then we've got these bigger praying mantis claws, whatever the frick they are, that can fit as well. The same spot, right there, and right there. These are a little heavier, so they don't sit as perfect. And then we've got the big blaster cannon for the Tyrannofex. As you can tell, I have yet to actually play a game. I honestly got into Warhammer because I thought they were just cool. I liked building them. As a kid, I built a lot of model cars, and then I saw a friend in high school with Warhammer stuff, and I was like, hey, I want to build those because aliens are cool. And kind of got back into it because of COVID. I'd like to learn how to play the game, but right now I'm just building models, having fun. And there are a lot more Tyranids from when I was in high school. Basically, when I was in high school, we just had Tervigons, Hormagaunts, a weird-looking Hive Tyrant, some Gargoyles, Carnifexes, and that's about it. Ravagers. But now, there's a lot more. These big tanky unit guys did not exist when I played. But with this, you know, it slides in. Oh, come on. The trick with this one is that you got to get past the frickin' feet. So he slides on like that. Holds in place pretty well. Whew. Don't want to bust it. And then finally, this cannon. And this cannon's a little different too, because where with this one, you can just slide it on and it's fine. But with this guy, if you look at the back, if I can get it to focus. I'm gonna have to maybe go overview again. There's grooves on the side. So those grooves actually have to fit pretty in the right spots on the model itself. Not the great focus job, but you can see those grooves right there, down by the magnet. And same thing up here by the magnets as well. But those line up very specifically on parts of the rib cage of the Tyrannofex, like in here, in there, and along the side. So to get this guy to fit, you've got to line up those notches too. that. It just lines up with those back there. Underneath lines up, as you can see, right in there. It fits in the notches. Back here lines up with the notches. But that is how I magnetized this guy. It was a challenge. I've magnetized other stuff, you know, hive tyrants and horospecs and an exocrine, and those ones were a bit more straightforward. This guy had some required some finesse. So, but it was fun. Had a good time. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in more content like this. I could, because I'm working on this guy, painting him up, I could always do some videos on the project itself and how I'm painting him. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.